Last week, we started the program on case writing and we did the introduction session. This week, I'll talk to you about why write a case study, and this is the first session in the series. The objective of this program is to enhance executive capability and decision making skills with in company case studies. This program is brought to you by METL Global Perspectives, www.metl.in. Organizations are as unique as individuals. They have different culture, a different way in which they have sustained and the way they grow. This becomes deeply ingrained in the ways of working and the decision making of the organizations. So even if two companies are offering the same or similar product or service in the marketplace, they are very different from each other. Consider the EV marketplace, Tesla and GM, as two different companies operating in this place. Assume two companies are trying to manufacture EVs. A company like Tesla has a blank slate to start with and with IT as their core competence. Meanwhile, another organization like GM has a huge amount of experience in the automobile industry and comes from the design and engine strength at the core. They have a very different core competence and a legacy to deal with. While both will be producing good EVs over time, the approach will be very different. Thus, if GM executives were to study a case on Tesla, they will gain knowledge but fail in implementation as their context is very different. There are severe limitations of external case studies. Case studies written on other companies do not help in learning and implementation process. While they give a view on out-of-the-box thinking and how some other company worked on it, these case studies are largely written for the MBA students and lack the information required for making decisions in a real-life corporate context, where motivations, mindsets, power play, and several intuitive factors are an integral part of the decision-making process. This hidden knowledge of the organization is a treasure mine. Consider another instance witnessed often is that a few companies are excellent at acquisitions and mergers while many struggling in integrating an acquired company. These are largely due to the cultural context and the power play at work, which is never captured in a case study. These make it imperative to have in-company cases that are not published externally and capture the tacit knowledge and the deep expertise of any organization along with the prevailing situation that was there. Over time, with leaders shifting to other positions or changing organizations, these insights get lost if not captured properly at that point of time. In-company case studies capture the real situations in the context of the learner. It is completely applicable and implementable in the context of the organization. This has immense value over time as it also showcases the decision making in the company and how it evolved over the years. Writing a case study requires a deep understanding of the organization, its customers, its prevailing markets, processes, culture, and the unstated norms. This needs to be sieved through an established management framework, made comprehensive and then refined. A deeper understanding of the leadership and decision-making process emerges as the case gets developed. A case thus written on various aspects can then be used for leadership development sessions and managerial capability building. The learning in the case has immense value to an organization over time as decisions might change or even get reversed when the external reality changes. Now, if these are not captured in the learning framework, when the external reality changes, the context has to be understood, the decision-making paradigms have to be understood. So what is the reason for you to write the in-company case? Think of the nuances that you would require to capture to bring out the learning you want to for the case readers, much beyond whatever the internal communication sent across and whatever the newspapers published. Message me your ideas and I'll try to revert as soon as I can. Reach me at sogata@metl.in. Should you have any questions, feel free to ask. Next week's session will be the second session and which is on what is a case study and what it is not.